Well, throughout the platform, there's games that come and go. Some stay for a while, and some games release an update and still crash down. Well, we have one example of a game. It's July 1st, 2022. Combat Warriors released their summer update, brand new map, weapons such as the Jewel Naginata, and the infamous chains, and new parkour mechanics. If you don't know Combat Warriors, it was still around in 2019 on alpha and was on testing in the 2020s. This game was based on Morte Metallum but more fluid. But what makes this game so captivating?
Gore.
And just add a few melee weapons and you have an addictive formula. But over time, it'll just be repetitive. I'm on mobile, can this be available on mobile? Why yes, but the summer update just came out and it was a hit. Since they released a mobile version which increased the players from the average 1000 plateau to 5000 to 10,000 players. And the leaked new armor everyone was hyped about. We thought that we're going to get it in the store, but
can be found in the customization page. Will make bundle via cases and have them appear on shop more often in future updates.
when I saw that, yeah, I just wasted like 100,000 credits from converting them into ethers. Well, after the summer update, they announced another major update. Another new map. Although people are always comfortable of the crossroads. New weapons and animation, and it was thriving. But there's always something that is missing. The armors. Yeah, where are they? Well, it was pushed back again. Till September 25. They released another sneak peek. More items and more armors. The Yoru. This is by the time that its average players were around 20,000 concurrent users. Literally on the front page. Mind you, the game is getting dry right now, and the community is wanting more and more things to be added. The game has been rapidly grown since the alpha. Well, on a couple of sneak peeks later, there's one that shocked everybody. Weapon skills. When the mechanic was showcased, everybody hated it. It was the first time that the update got some backlash actually. Because CW had the perfect formula and adding it would ruin the main combat of the game. Aside from that, it's December, almost 4 months since the last update. The update is going to be big since there's a lot of more leaks have come through, such as a little boss. But it was announced. 24th of December is the release date. For my perspective, I was hyped. But the problem was, in December 24th, I'll be staying away from the home to party in another home with my family. So it was also the time that I have to spend other Christmas, not at home. I had to beg my parents that we should go home now. That's how addicted I was. I wanted to see the brand new contest which I waited for 4 months. And good gosh.
New Combat Warriors update. God bless Combat Warriors.
New content, reskins, cosmetics, bundles, kill effects, everything. The game peaked at 77,000 players. And the update was spectacular. But we're talking about the good side. Let's talk about the bad side. When first going to the newly updated game, it was laggy as fuck. The weapon skills are incredibly and stupidly overpowered. Like the jump attack literally has the same splash damage when you call a missile shower.
What?
The new utilities are busted and annoying, especially the impact. Everybody kept spamming the black hole disaster, and most of all, it's laggy. This meme that circulated around that time legit summarized everything from
this
an
shitty
average
ass
player.
update. I waited 4 months. 4 months for this bullshit. I have a GTX 1650 that runs Warzone at a good performance. Do you think a shitty little combat Lego game on Roblox is more assets than Warzone? Then you got another thing coming, buddy! Onto the lag! Make the boss easier and fucking lag! Or in general, just delete the game! Delete it off the platform!
And yeah, it wasn't great. Another problem was the boss. Most of the people got bored or sick after just a few days fighting the boss after the update, which the developers probably took months of scripting and creating. Overall, the winter update was a disaster and people started leaving. After the update, it was barely hitting 20,000, which is not a good sign. But in January, they responded. Basically, they nerfed the entire weapon skills and did some revamps and bug fixes. It did actually recover for a bit. Well, for the rest of the year, the player count kept declining. They released a game mode update, but it didn't really change that much. There was also that XP glitch that made Swen very unhappy. Till it's June where the weapon skills are finally removed. There was a time that the last update would be in December 24th, 2023. The way of CW ending is the same fate of Mortimetallum, left there and its dedicated community fading away. But right now there has been some great new features, sneak peeks, and public game testing, which essentially offered feedback by the community whenever they tested for something that was being added in the game. And actually bringing some hope, you know. I don't hate the game, I still play this game by the way. And you know, I have made a lot of friends in this game, and this game was one of the reasons why I made content in the first place. But it's just crazy how one update that people waited for 4 months ended quite of a bit of a disaster, you know. But now the community is still kinda there. Who knows if the game might still thrive, you know. Well, with all that being said, thank you, subscribe and like, and till you guys next time, peace.